So good evening, everyone. Sorry for delay because there is a power disturbance I have got over here. So now power has come. So as we have seen yesterday, some topics regarding this world-class manufacturing, business process engineering, and supply chain management, total quality management. Today we are going to see facility, location, and their problems. So normally, location problems can be characterized by a choice of multiple sites. So here, single facility location, only one facility which does not interact with the firms and other facilities is located. Single factory, single warehouse, single retail store. This type of problem has the multiple criteria such as labor cost, labor supply, union atmosphere, community services, taxes will be more. So another one is location of multiple factories and warehouses. In this case, total distribution cost and total production cost will be affected by the location decision. This problem is usually formulated by considering a production distribution network of plants. So here, it is very difficult to minimize the cost. The costs are more. So here, we cannot have minimizing of cost. So here we are going to use minimizing of cost techniques here because all multiple factories will be there and warehouses will be there. This will be affecting this total production cost. So location of competitive retail store. The revenue obtained from the retail store is affected by the relative location of competing stores. The sales level is assumed to be affected by the distance of customers have to travel to the new location versus the location of competitors, department stores, supermarket, restaurants. Revenue is a variable that depends on where the facility is located in relation to competition. Nowadays, you would have seen shopping complex, shopping malls, hypermarkets, big bazaars. These they want to locate the outside. So because of distance, the people may not continue in those stores. So it is very difficult. But the consumers are going to check the distances and they are going to react. Okay. Among people, so location of emergency services, the decision is often related to response time. That is emergency services. We have police, fire, and ambulance stations. In this case, the criterion has shifted from revenue to direct measure of services delivered. So these are four problems you are going to see normally in the location. So whenever you are going to have a layout, then we have to think of if it is single factory location, multiple factories, location of competitive retail stores very near to us, and location of emergency services. This plays a vital role because if you are outside somewhere where anything mishap happens, so emergency services will be delayed. So we should be within the arena or jurisdiction of that particular area. So this selection of the site is urban, rural, suburban area. So after having decided about the location in a particular area to establish an industrial, the exact site within this area has to be selected to set up the plant. The site selected may be a urban site and semi-urban site or a rural site. The entrepreneur must consider the following factors which influence the selection of the site. So selections of site is an urban area. So advantages we have in this urban area also. It is sometimes possible to find an existing building which can be used as a house in the factory because already built-in structures will be there in urban areas, very flexible, and we have uh, reachable of the roads. It is easier to sell the building if it is desired at a later stage. Power and water is easily available. If other factors are also situated in a big city, there will be a good opportunity for discussing and having exchange of knowledge. So good market for the small manufacturers because customers, consumers are available, and this factory in urban area will be accessible by the people also. So it is very good labor market where all types of labor available, seasonal labor is available, easily obtained than in a smaller center of population, especially where unskilled labor is required. Workers find easy to change the job from one industry to other if required. Services of repairs, maintenance, etc. Large number of government facilities will be available, like post office, police station, railway station, bank, fire station, bus stations, and the well-equipped roads, well connectivity roads, and the people easily identifiable locations. Education for children is not a problem. Transportation is very easy. So these are advantages if you are going to set up a factory layout in an urban area. Some disadvantages we have even in the urban. Often sites are limited in area, sufficient land is not available and congested. Hence climate is not healthy. The spacious will be there if you are going to see in the rural areas we have in acres. If you come down over here, it will be like square feet, and the area being limited, it may not be possible to arrange the equipment in the best. Uh, Means we cannot show off all the articles, all the items, all the particulars over there. The cost of land is very high and the rates are liable to increase further. Land for expansion is not available in the reasonable rates. The larger the city, the larger the land value. Because of high standard of living, higher wages of labor we have to be paid. More problems about the labor and employer relations, cost of building fact. We will be high taxes we need to pay because more problems with the labor and employees because they have attrition levels are very high because they have very opportunities. So many companies will be available in the urban area. An urban site is suitable in the following circumstances when required number of skilled laborers is more than the categories of labor unskilled. So where there is a need for close contact between suppliers and customers, when the various facilities available in cities are considered as important for business activities, when small area is sufficient for the activities of the youth. If you are going to selection of site in a rural area, the cost of land is less than in a city area and usually easier to provide space for future expansion. The cheapness of land entitles and enables more efficient layout of works to be made and gives greater freedom in selecting the most economic design for the buildings. Rail or road connection can be arranged easily. Labor supply may be arranged from the nearby areas by the transport from the city. Labor is cheaply available. Housing can be provided by the private enterprises or local authorities. Healthy surroundings, pleasant atmosphere, less labor trouble, lesser taxes and restrictions. But labor trouble will be there because this labor in the rural areas, more they will be going for the migration. In the migration, you would have seen seasonal migration, permanent migration, and temporary migration. So normally, the people regular migration also they will be doing because that 4 months when the rains or there, people will be there in the village and they will be going down to some other areas when in the drought conditions. So it is very difficult to assess the labor when they are there or anything. So here, if you are going to have some housing for them, and the mostly they will be there because you are going to provide them facilities, then they will be available. Lots of disadvantages. The power problem and water facilities, emergency problems in expansion may not be available. Repairing work may become very difficult because that skill will not be there over here. Skilled workers may not be available. For that reason, these problems of repair and maintenance is very difficult. No recreational facilities, facilities for education to the and adults part-time. Government facilities may not be sufficient. Transport and housing facilities may not be satisfactory. So, if you want to set up any firm or industry in that rural area, then you need to plan a large area, and you should have so many byproducts and large volume of pure water is required, and protection against sabotage is required because the people just they come in. So if this situation is as these circumstances the following are favorable, then you can go for it. So in a few rural areas, some people have gone for setting up a factories. Now we are going to see the selection of site in a suburban area. Because first we have seen the urban area, rural area. Both they have their own advantages and disadvantages. Even suburban, if you are going to take, there are more advantages, less disadvantages. A suburban is a site enjoys the benefits of both the city and countrysides where it's free from evils of both. Lots of disadvantages in the both is reduced here. The land is relatively cheap comparatively urban area. Adequate area of land can be purchased, so expansion is possible. Better transportation and communication facilities are available. The people can be transported near from the urban area, and all types of taxes may not be high rates as compared with urban areas. There may be some restrictions on constructions, but it can be managed. Plant is required to be situated nearer to the market area or to highways. So these are three locations wherein the factory should be located, and you should concentrate on to-do list of advantages and try to assess the disadvantages. If you have the rating high in advantages, then you can go for setting up. So if you are going to see, the suggestible area for the factories is the suburban area. Most of the companies, most of the firms, they are looking for suburban area because it will be in the both the countryside, some facilities and urban side facilities, and you can be accessible to the urban areas too. So we have methods for location selection techniques. One is factor rating method. Means we are going to list out some factors like tax advantage, suitability of labor, proximity of customers, suppliers, adequacy of water, respective of community, quality of education system, transportation, suitability of climate, availability of power. Then we are going to give some factor rating like tax advantages should be more, and proximity of customers and suppliers should be there. And later, this climate power will be coming in the second and third, fourth. So we are going to give some factors. Then we are going to check the location rating and each and every product rating and location rating. So this is what is called as factor rating. You factor some rating and you check whether it exists or not, which is total score you check, which is the highest. Example, if I'm going to say in the location A, it's 140, and in location B, it's 150. We are going to choose 150. The more factor rating, the more the selection we are going to see. So here, the total score of the location A is higher than the location B. The location A we are going to take, because which is the higher that we are going to. Next is point rating method. In this, the same, we are going to take few maximum possible points like availability of fuel, transportation, water supply, labor, pollution regulations, living conditions, points, some 300 points, 200 points, 100 points, 50 points. And we are going to see in the location A and B, if it is seen the location B has slight advantage over the location A, then we are going to take location A, B as, because it is slight more than. So the majority we are going to take means point rating method means we are going to take few points which are very crucial, which impact, which influence our factory location, so that we are going to give some points. Then we are going to take the points of each location. And another one method is location break-even analysis method. So here we are going to take total cost and fixed cost and variable cost. Then we are going to calculate this. If revenues vary from one location to another, the comparison of location, the revenues more where we are going to get it, that we'll be taking. If location A has fixed cost 25,000, variable cost 50, then we are going to calculate total cost. Then we are going to compare which costs are more and where the break even lies, then that is which is very near to that, then we are going to take that. So here, what I mean to say is, we have some rating methods like factory rating method, factors we are going to take, point rating method, and break even analysis in order to know which location is best for that. So we have center of gravity, load distance method. There's few methods the people will be using, but most popular method is the factor rating and point making. And if you want to go deeper, then you will go with break-even analysis. So these concepts are very much needed in order to set up a firm or a factory. So we have some government locational policies, but also we need to consider the fundamental objective of government policy on the location, what it says: reduction of inequalities of income and wealth, provision of employment opportunities, equity, equitable, increase in standard of living in backward areas, avoid over concentration of industries, in particular the strategic defense considerations, controlling social problems like development of slums, overcrowding, pollution, traffic congestion. So here we need to have this are the fundamental objectives of the government location policy. The measures taken by the government towards dispersal of industries are two types: positive measures for encouraging location of industrial units in backward areas. You would have seen industrial estates, you would have seen special economic zones, and we have district industry center where you will be getting more of information about those things. So negative measures, the restraining establishment of industrial units in over concentrated areas. We have positive measures, provision of basic infrastructure and public utility services like water, electricity, gas, transportation in backward areas, provision of social services like education, health, entertainment, training, development and backward region. So positive measures, we are going to do this. Granting of direct subsidies like supply of raw materials and machinery at lower, that is subsidized rates, and indirect subsidies by reducing the cost of certain services to offer the influence of unfavorable factors and industrial location in areas. You would have seen the power supply and the uh, leasing out the lands or providing some lands to industrial, that is startups. Public financial institutions provide finance at lower rates of interest to the industrial units. Assistance to the state government for the development of infrastructure facilities. Development of industry estates in backward areas. And provide services like land, power, water. Setting up the growth centers throughout the country to attract industries. So negative measures enhanced rates of local taxes in urban areas. Means high rates of that. Prohibition to set up new industries in big cities because we have some limits, and in the house set areas we are not going to have any in government sites or any private sites. We are going to give permission for the industries because industrial pollution you are going to see, not to allow establishment of chemical and other industries involving hazards to human life in the populated areas. As I said, that is the house sites. In view of Bhopal gas tragedy in 1985, we have seen so many of lives have been set on. It was very drastic condition, hazardous. So we have seen the facility location. Now we are going to see the plant layout and materials. So in this unit 7, we are in the unit 7. We are going to see some introduction. The efficiency of production depends on how well the various machines and production facilities and employee amenities are located in the plant. So here, plant layout, because layout refers to the arrangement of facilities in the particular workstation. So in a plant layout, office layout, retail store layout, systematic arrangement of ancillaries in accordance with the nature of the job. So if you are going to perform a job that is production of some particular product, so the layout of machines is very much needed, and it is very important. It plays a significant role because maximum convenience to the workers to operate the activities assigned to them, the basic objective of the plant layout, because people has to work on the machines, conveyor belts, funnels, boilers, and different types of heat treatment machines, cooling machines. Different types of machines will be there, so they should they will be assigned the work. So we have, apart from machines, we have materials handling necessary and significance for any productivity activity. Material handling means providing the right amount of right material in the right condition at the right place, in the right time, in the right position, for the right cost by using the right method. It applies to the movement of raw materials, parts in process, finished goods, packing materials, disposal of scraps. So everything, these different types, again, I'm going to read out the different materials we are going to have. So the movement of raw materials, this you know that suppliers are going to supply these raw materials, parts in process, means that is semi-finished goods. We have finished goods. After that, we have to go for packing, so packing material and disposal of scrap also. This is another wastage material we have in that. So these are varieties of materials we handle. The cost of material handling contributes significantly to the total cost of manufacture. So normally, a typical example I can quote that if you want to fix a price to a produced product, that is finished product, then we say that cost plus percentage of profit will be added so that it becomes a selling price. So this cost is nothing but manufacturing cost. Manufacturing cost is nothing but material handling cost also is included in that. That is that what that says that in the modern era of competition, this has acquired greater importance due to growing need for reducing the manufacturing cost. Because you know the law of demand, what the law of demand says. As the demand increases, the price of the product should be decreased. Means as price decreases, demand increases. So as price increases, then demand decreases. What is price? Price consists of 90 to 80% of costing only. Plus we have 10 to 20% of profit. So this costing we need to reduce. Then the price of the product will be reduced. Then the demand will increase. Then we are going to have more number of customers opting for our product. Then volumes of productions we are going to do. Once the volumes of productions we are going to do, then the return on investment will be higher. So we need to reduce the costing, that is the manufacturing cost. After going to, we see various issues involved in the plant layout and materials handling. So these activities, this establishing and running of enterprise should be done successfully because improvement we need to go for. So now we'll see the plant layout. Plant layout implies the physical arrangement of machines, equipment, and other facilities, that is factory floor. According to Ricks, is another the overall objective of plant layout to design a physical arrangement that most economically needs that required input or output quantity and quality. So this is the arrangement of these machines materials. What is an ideal plant layout? Ideal plant layout, the arrangement of production unit, storeroom, stockroom, tool room, materials handling equipment, spares, racks, and substores, employee service, and all other accessories required for sustaining the production in the factory. So these are the layout. So this author Mori, a good layout is one which allows materials rapidly and directly for processing. This reduces transport handling. See here, the main aim of this plant layout, factory layout, and production department is to reduce the costs. This reduce cost handling, clerical and other costs down per unit, space requirements or minimize. It reduce the ideal machine and idle man time. So this a good layout. So normally they have some objectives. Minimize handling transportation of materials to ensure economic utilization of available floor space, to minimize work in progress inventory by eliminating bottleneck problems, to ensure effective control over the various processes. So these are objectives. And additionally, we have to maximize the safety and convenience of workers and to have an effective utilization of machinery, equipment, and people to minimize the cost of production and to maintain decency inside the plant area. So, an efficient layout facilitates the best possible use of plant, equipment, materials, labor, and space. Some of characters of the good layout are as follows: economical use of production, reduction in the material handling, efficiently utilization of machinery, effective planning and supervision, higher safety, and improved work conditions. Because we are talking about an ideal plant layout. So we have to see that lesser capital investment, reduction in installation and maintenance cost, improvement in production process, so improvement in the quality of the output. So if you are going to have a poor layout, then there will be a delays, work stoppages, slow movement of materials, accumulation of work in progress material, high materials handling and transport costs will be high, congested workstations, stockrooms, inconveniently located service unit, underutilization of materials and workers, lack of flexibility, difficulty in production planning, too much of waiting, and lack of control. So this will lead to loss to the organization, and one day it will become secure. So the factors affecting the plant layout. Plant layout decisions when you start taking it, these factors will be affecting your plant layout. Means if you want to decide this plate layout should be like this. So some factors we need to take into consideration. Type of production. Say it is an engineering unit, so different parts, different floor factory. So we need to use which type and which area we need. So type of production plays a vital role in plant layout selection. Production systems and scale of production, types of machines we are using, type of building facilities we need, availability of total floor area, possibility of future expansion, arrangement of materials handling equipment. So these are the important factors which affect the plant layout. And we have different types of plant layouts. One is product layout. It is also called as line layout. In this type, you can see the machines and equipment are arranged in the sequence of manufacturing operations. Like, firstly, raw material will be entering into conveyor belt. That belt will be taking the materials to the funnel. From the funnel, we are going to clean by using the taps of water. Then it will be dried in the dryer. When it comes out, then it goes through conveyor belt. Then oil will be added. After the oil will be added, then it will go to the grinder where it is going to become powder. Then after that, wheat become powder, then we are going to add sugar to it, add flavors, chocolate. Then we are going to add some water and some dry fruits. After that, we are going to have a mixture of these all things. After mixture, that floor comes out into a designing section wherein these blades are going to cut the dough. Then that using conveyor belt it passes through oven. Then you can see crispy biscuits coming outside. Then they are going to set into the packaging. After packaging, they are going to lift into the boxes. They will be keeping the labels. Then through some carriers, it will be reaching into the vehicle. This vehicle takes these all box filled book pack of biscuits to the godown. It will be kept in the godown. So this is how the line play, layout. As I said, the sequence of machines with an conveyor belt I was talking about. I have seen this in college industries in Bangalore, where then biscuit manufacturing, chocolate manufacturing, we happen to visit. So by seeing this product layout, the line layout, it was very awesome. So I share this to you all. So all machines were required to balance the particular product line and arranged in a sequential line, but not necessarily in the straight line. A product layout may be assuming a straight line shape or U shape or L shape or circular shape. So will be there. So product layout, the product is dominating over the process because in the sense that product is given the primary importance and the process machines must remain present at a point where the product needs its services. So product layout is more suitable for the continuous flow production with few items of production. The best known example of this type of layout is seen in the motor car production. So here the author explains about product layout of two products in the given below. So here the product layout, product A. So this is a motor car layout. Here he says, first the lathe machine, from the lathe machine to the drilling machine, drilling to grinder machine, grinder to assembling of the items. Then the paint shop they are going to send so that they are going to paint that particular product. Next, product B, a planner. From planner, it moves to the grinder, grinder to miller, miller to lathe, and welding is done. That is joining of two spares. Then it also goes to the paint shop. So these are the two product layout, the machines, the flow of product, they are going to set. This is called a line plant layout or product layout. So advantages, reduce material handling because due to correct setting the things, mechanization of material handling, line balancing, shorter operating cycle, maximum utilization of machines, effective control over production, special purpose equipment, effective quality control, effective production planning, maximization of use of space. It facilitates the implementation of the group. It is relatively easy to control. Some advantages we have the duplications of machines and equipment necessities. The production flow is regulated to the straight line and makes it highly inflexible. So you cannot change the places because this is line layout. Heavy overhead charges due to underutilization of machines because now I said when it moves from funnel to the grinder, the funnel will be standing alone. Once this grinder, it goes to the miller, miller to the conveyor, conveyor to the oven, oven to the oiling machine, over to the dryer and to the packaging. The whole process machine should be idle because this is in the one line. So less flexibility of operations in the layout can We adapt it. So this is some disadvantages we have. If you want to make it a sustainable product layout, then you should have standardized products, mass production we have to do. Simple and repetitive manufacturing process every time the same should be produced. Operation time for different processes is more than equal. Reasonable, stable demand for the product. Continuous supply of materials and ideal time for the machines. It should be continuous line production. It should be mass production. So then it is very suitable. And we have the process layout. The process layout is also called as function layout. All the machines of similar type are located together according to their function. For example, the lathe machines are placed in the lathe department. All the drilling machines is placed in the drilling department. There's different type of drilling machines. Several products may share the machine to make it full use. In this type of layout, the process rather than the product has been dominating the costs. All the lathe machines will be there. You get the products, different lathe methods we are going to use. So effective utilization of that machines is that. So this is called as process layout. So here some advantages in this: eliminate the duplications of machines, greater flexibility. We have breakdown of one machine doesn't result in complete work stoppage because they are different. Individual incentive schemes can be developed. Setup and maintenance costs are low. Disadvantages is material handling costs are high due to backtracking. The cost of supervision increases because we need of specialized people. Processing time is prolonged. More frequent inspection is needed. We have to even check every second to see the defectives. Production planning and control become difficult due to complexities arising in routing, scheduling, dispatching. So it is not possible to implement the group incentive schemes. So suitability, if you want to do this layout useful, products should not be standardized. Quantity produced should be very small. There is a frequent changes in designs. Job shop type of work is done. Machines are very expensive. So this is suitable. And we have fixed position layout. So this project layout, we say this layout major being produced in the fixed rate, men, machine, materials, and methods are moved to that location. The layout is used even when the material being processed and large size. Very heavy in weight and difficult to move. The building locomotives manufacturing, wagon building, aircraft manufacturing, fixed position layout, all the facilities are brought to the range that means. So you would have seen so many manufacturing of some. If you want to have a bridge, we need to build the pillars and the grids over there only. Few can be transported. We have to shift all the machines to that workplace and start building things. Like building a shipyard, we need to take all the things. Combined layout, we have a layout and this is called mixed layout. Generally, pure process layout or pure product layout is not found in practice. Both are mutually exclusive. Proper compromise reaping the benefits of both. So it is a mixed layout. Product layout for the main product. They use so many layouts. Product layout for this manufacturing product and process layout for the joining and assembling of products and diversify the production with a view to tap the ideal capacity of the products. So they will be changing the layouts. Some process may be suggested from the product line saying that objectionable, hazardous, requiring special treatments and repetitive performance at times. So here we need to see that which layout is suitable for us. So some charts and flow out analysis, because how the product is flowing, we need to show in the top charts. If you go to the railway station in the station master room, you can see a layout design of their track, and the lights will be there, and they can see from where the train is moving. Even we have the apps, where is my train? If you are going to see, they have crossed this station, you are going to see that. That is layout chart, process chart, operation chart. So how machines will be taking down this finished good, how we are going to get, we are going to make charts and we are going to stick in the production department so that the workers will be checking, rechecking their flow of materials. So process chart, it shows how the process will be, and operation chart will show the operations and overall picture of recording the main operations and inspections it will be showing. So this layout design from ideal to what is practical under limitation given. So this plan as a whole is made first. Layout design can be classified into mutual methods and traditional methods. So here we have flow and activity analysis, process charts, flow out charts, travel charts, well charts, systematic layout tools, SLP. So these charts, various charts will be there with the symbols, process, how process is going on, and in the job casting, turning, drilling, how it is being done using some indices they will be using, and a flow out diagram they will be showing how firstly what happens, firstly storage, after storage casting, after casting storage of casting, then sent to turning, then delay in the lathe, then turning, then again it go to the WIP storage, sent to drilling chopping to delay in drilling and the inspection. So this chart shows how the sequence it is going on. So travel chart from casting to forging, forging to drilling, drilling to machining, machining to meteorology department, electrifying, building, inspection, that's so. So here we are going to see the casting how many we have done, and forging how many on drilling, machine, metro, welding, inspection. This by using the chart will be. We have a rail chart. In the rail chart, we are going to see the relationship chart denoting the relationship amongst the department and basis. So it is like integration of the department